Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. It's your guy Big Will, and I'm back with this boxing talk. What's good with your fam? Hey, listen, man. I want to talk a little bit about the WBC, man. Um, these are like subjects that I like to talk to my subscribers. I like to bust it up with, man. You know, subscribers who come faithfully, like my man D Jefferson, my man Mansour Watson, my man Sir Geechee. There's a couple more, man, that we talk boxing on a daily basis, man. We get into debates. You know, we don't necessarily agree on everything, man, but hey, that's what this boxing talk's about, man. It's a discussion, man. And today I want to talk about the WBC. The WBC, they put a poll up on their Twitter page about who do we think is the fighter of the year. Now let's take a look at the 6 contestants that they put up on there. They got Alexander Usyk. They got Saul Canelo Alvarez. They got Mikey Garcia. They got Deontay Wilder. They got Wenhag Minayothin. And they got Callum Smith. Now, all 6 of these dudes, man, all of them have had a great 2018, man. But you know, it's kind of hard to just put one in front of the other. But I'm going to attempt to do that, man. I'm going to go to BoxRec and take a look at who has done what, and you know, look at the fights that these fighters have fought this year. You know, and what the significance that their match have had on the year. First, let's take a look at, I believe this is Callum Smith. Now, Callum Smith, we know, was in the World Boxing Super Series. He was in the finals with George Groves. We know that he beat the shit out of George Groves, basically, man. Callum Smith is 25-0 with 18 knockouts. Like I said, he knocked George Groves out. What round did he knock him out, man? Let's see what round he knocked him out. I believe it was around the 7th round, something like that. I'm not totally sure, man, but we know he went in there and got the job done. It was for the WBA Super middleweight title. Also, the WBC Diamond Super middleweight title was also on the line. So he fought George Groves this year. He also fought Naki Holtzen this year. Trying to get back to what round he knocked George Groves out in, and it's looking like it was the 6th round. I said it was the 7th, but I think it was the 6th round. No, it was the 7th round. Yeah, he knocked George Groves out in the 7th round. George Groves didn't look like the George Groves that we know. You know what I mean? He didn't look confident. I know he was coming off the shoulder surgery, and you know, he just didn't look 100%. He was fighting timid. I could see right away that Callum Smith was a much bigger fighter than George Groves, man, and his power was very evident, man. He was catching George Groves with some clean shots. So basically, for the year, Callum Smith has fought 2 fighters, George Groves and this guy who Niki Holtzen. He fought him, and he got the unanimous decision in that fight. So you know, he had 2 fights this year, George Groves and this guy Holtzen. We know he was in the World Boxing Super Series. We know that took a little longer than we would have liked it, you know what I'm saying, due to some injuries and things like that. So that's Callum Smith. Let's look at this guy, Wenhag Minayothin. Now, I couldn't even find a box rec on him, man. This is all I could pull up with him. He actually, you know, I learned of his name when he was about to break Mayweather's record. He has a total of 52 fights with 52 wins, man, and 0 losses. So he broke Mayweather's record. You know, Mayweather Mayweather is 50-0. He broke that by 2 fights. He has 18 knockouts. But more or less, I think that he's on this list simply because he broke that record. But he did fight 3 times this year. He fought this guy here in May, Leroy Estrada. It was a TKO in the 5th round. Then he fought this guy in August, Pedro Tedoran. He got a unanimous decision with that. And then this past November, he fought this guy here. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his first name. But yeah, he fought 3 times this year. He broke the Mayweather record with the fight against Leroy Estrada. And that's the reason I believe the WBC has put him on this list. You know what I'm saying? But that's a big feat, man. Breaking records, that's what the sport is about. Records are made to be broken, man, and he done just that. Now we're gonna take a look at Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is 51-1-2 with 35 knockouts. We all know Canelo Alvarez has had a spectacular career. He just beat Rocky Fielding at Madison Square Garden for the WBA super middleweight title, the regular version. He knocked Rocky out, I believe it was the 4th round, by vicious body shots. We also know that he has come up in weight to do that, from middleweight to super middleweight. So that was a feat in itself. And before that, he fought in September against Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. That was at the T-Mobile Center in Las Vegas, which was a really good match, which a lot of people thought that, he was going to lose. A lot of people were, talking about Canelo Alvarez running, and he shocked the whole boxing public by standing his ground, going toe-to-toe, being very aggressive in this matchup, man. He definitely surprised me. I did not think he would fight that type of fight. The first fight he was using more of his movement than anything. He was using a lot of footwork. He was laying on the ropes a lot. But the second fight was the total opposite of the first fight, man. He came right at Triple G. Triple G and his team, they was talking all this. They wanted him to fight Mexican shit. Abel Sanchez, he kept saying it in the media over and over again. He hoped Canelo doesn't run. He wants him to stand there and fight. He wants to fight Mexican. He was trying to make Triple G a Mexican, which he is not. He's from Kazakhstan. You know what I'm saying? He's I believe he's half Russian and half Korean, if I'm not mistaken, man. But he tried to make Triple G a Mexican-style fighter, man. But Triple G didn't fight that way during the second fight, and Canelo definitely did, man. Canelo brought the fight to Triple G, and it was a very close fight, but Canelo pulled it out. He shocked the whole boxing world by his style, by his grit, by his toughness. There was the whole steroid scandal that was on his mind, on his plate, and many wondered, would that play a factor in the fight? And obviously it did. He used it for fuel to add to his fire, man, and he came out there and brought it to Triple G and was able to take it to him. He was able to bring it to him and secure the victory, man. And hats off to him. So that's why he's on this list. And next we got Alexander Usyk. Now Usyk, Usyk is 16-0 with 12 KOs, man. He is the undisputed light heavyweight champion. He has the WBA title, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO title. He was in the World Boxing Super Series. He last fought in November against Tony Bellew, which was a very good fight, which was very close up until that 8th round, where I believe he knocked Tony Bellew out. But he showed that he does have power. He caught Tony Bellew clean with a nice 1-2, and it wasn't a TKO type of knockout. It was a concussive, lights out knockout, and Usyk put his lights out. Basically, put his lights out. And before that, he fought in the World Boxing Super Series finals against Marat Gassiev. which was a dominant performance by Usyk. He dominated the whole fight basically. Gassiev known for his power. People thought didn't know how Usyk would handle his power, man. But Usyk went in there and danced around him and basically did what he wanted to do. Touched him when he wanted to touch him. Move away when he wanted to move him. He basically embarrassed Gassiev. This is another one of Abel Sanchez's fighters. And the fight before that was in January. It was, leading up, it was the World Boxing Super Series, and he went up against Marius Bradis, which was a very, very good fight, very, very tough fight, where he won a majority decision. So he fought three times in 2018, man. Usyk's the real deal. Usyk's that dude, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has, to offer for 2019. He's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua or another top heavyweight. Next, we got Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia had a very, very good 2018 as well. We know Mikey Garcia is 30-0, 30 knockouts. He last fought was in July. He went up against Robert Easter Jr., which was a unification matchup. It was for the IBF lightweight title. He was able to get a unanimous decision against Robert Easter. And before that, he went up against Sergey Lipinets in March, man. It was a very, very good fight. That fight was at lightweight. And it was for the IBF super lightweight title. Lipinets was 13-0. We know he was a kickboxer, but Lipinets accomplished a lot of things, man. Accomplished a lot of things in his very short career, man. Lipinets was a tough guy. He did put Mikey through some adversity during this fight. It was at 140 pounds, excuse me. But Mikey dominated the fight. He dictated the fight. He got the unanimous decision. It was for the super lightweight title. I'm sorry. I said lightweight. That's 135. It was for the super lightweight title at 140. And he was able to capture that title. And then he went on to capture we came back down in weight and capture the lightweight title of Robert Easter Jr., man. So, he's been busy. He's been very, very busy. We know that he held the title, the WBC title, which he won off of Dejan Latishian. That doesn't count for the 2018 fight, but I believe that's why the WBC put him in this rankings, man. But Mikey Garcia had a very good year as well, unifying the titles with Robert Easter, going up in weight and beating Sergey Lipinets, man. And he's to be respected. You understand what I'm saying? But last but not least, we get the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, who is 40-0-1 with 39 knockouts. Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, has had a hell of a career. We know in March of this year, he went up against the boogeyman of the heavyweight division, Luis Ortiz. Now, when I say the boogeyman of the heavyweight division, that's not, a term that I'm making up. It's a term that is used in many boxing circles, many boxing platforms, and it's used because a lot of these dudes don't want to get in the ring with Luis Ortiz, man. They didn't want to get in the ring before Deontay fought him. They don't want to get in the ring after Deontay has fought him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's considered to be the boogeyman of the division. At the time, he was 28-0. He had no losses. He was undefeated. And he was, sure enough, a killer. And Deontay Wilder went up in there and he got him out of there. I believe it was the 10th round. Dropped him a couple times, hurt him a couple times. It was a back and forth fight. It was a very, very good fight, very explosive fight. And then recently, He went on to fight Tyson Fury. He fought him on December 1st of 2018. Tyson Fury was 27-0 coming into this fight. So that's two back-to-back undefeated top heavyweight fighters Deontay Wilder has faced. Um, and it was a very good matchup. The matchup ended up in a draw. There was plenty of controversy during the matchup. A lot of people thought, the majority of the people thought that Tyson Fury won, but you have those people who thought Deontay Wilder won because he was able to knock Tyson Fury down in two of those rounds. Tyson Fury controlled most of the action throughout the fight, but like I said, Deontay Wilder was able to knock him down a couple times to tie the score, to even the score, and as a result, you got the draw. So the question is, who do you have as your number one fighter of the year for 2018 for the WBC? You know, is it going to be Alexander Usyk? You know, who became undisputed, captured all the titles at light heavyweight? Or is it going to be Canelo Alvarez, who went up against Triple G, man, and in a very good, could be fight of the year type of fight, man, and then went up in weight at the end of the year and captured a WBA regular title off of Rocky Fielding a couple months later? Or is it going to be Mikey Garcia, who bounced around weight divisions, winning titles, unifying titles? You know what I'm saying? Or is it going to be Deontay Wilder, who fought two undefeated top heavyweights back to back and two very good matchups? Or is it going to be Wenhag Miniyothin, who broke the record of the Floyd Mayweather, Rocky Marciano? He is now 53-0. You know what I'm saying? Floyd's record is 50-0. He recently broke the record of Rocky Marciano, who was 49-0. Or is it going to be Callum Smith? Callum Smith won the World Boxing Super Series in the super middleweight division. They're even talking about Canelo Alvarez possibly going up in weight to fight him next, which I think would be a way better fight than Rocky Fielding. So, this is for my subscribers, and those of you, new to the channel, you can go and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, or you could join the conversation. But Mansour Watson, D. Jefferson, my man Sir Geechee, who y'all like, man? Who y'all like? Me, myself, I think the three front runners are Canelo Alvarez, Alexander Usyk, and Deontay Wilder. I think Mikey Garcia would come in, fourth. But those are my top three. I'm not sure which order to put them in. I was hoping to get some help from you guys, man. But I just want to get on here and talk about this list that the WBC has made. It's a very good, interesting topic. I know a lot of people are going to have different opinions and different type of perspectives on this list, man. But I just wanted to get on here and, at least discuss it. Again, this is Big Will for Big Faces Worldwide. I appreciate you all for joining. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, don't leave out of here without hitting subscribe. Also, comment, like, and share this video. And catch me on the next one. I'll holla back. Peace.